Hi everyone, my name is Venessa Knizley and thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I have two very special young ladies with me. One you may have seen before, my daughter Celia, and then we have a very special guest, her friend Alexia. So today we are going to talk about Alexia's, is it your favorite series or just one of?
I think it is my favorite series.
We are going to talk about this Heartwood Hotel series by Callie George. And I want to mention the illustrator too, Stephanie Gregan it looks like, because there's some really cute pictures in this series.
Some are big and some are small.
Yeah, they have some big ones, some little ones. Let me see if I can find a small one. Just really cute little illustrations throughout the book. Now I have not read this book myself, but Alexia's mother has, and she loves it. She gave the series to my daughter. She read the first one, but there are 4. And you were mentioning that each one of these books is about a different season. So what season is this one?
Fall.
Fall. The first one's fall. Second one?
Winter.
Winter. Heartwood Hotel and Better Together.
Is spring.
And Heartwood Hotel Home Again.
Is summer.
Okay, and I didn't mention what the first 2 are named, but the first one is A True Home, and the second one is The Greatest Gift. So we're going to begin talking about the plot and characters of this book. Lexi, why don't you say, who is the main character of this book?
Mona the mouse.
Mona the mouse. And there are...
I'll show you the picture. That's
okay.
The mouse's mouth.
And are there many other characters in this book, Celia?
Mm-hmm.
Can you name a couple?
Tilly, which is a bird. The bird's name is Siebel. Yes, Siebel. There's Mr. Heartwood, the owner of Heartwood Hotel. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Prickles. Yes, Mrs. Prickles, the cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, Mona the mouse loses her home or her family?
Her family and her home. She's moved from multiple homes.
So she ends up at this tree, which is the Heartwood Hotel, and in order to stay there, she has to
work because all their other rooms are vacant. She becomes a servant. That was really surprising because I thought she'd just stop being a servant, but being a servant through the whole book was kind of interesting to me because, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but it's kind of...
I wouldn't do that. So basically what she said was the fact that she wasn't just admitted as a guest, but that she was able to stay there as a maid or a servant surprised her. And did that part surprise you at all?
I mean, the first time I kind of had flipped through and read parts. Whenever I'm at the library, I do that. So I kind of knew, but it was kind of surprising.
Do you think it was fair?
Well, yeah, if you want to stay at a room and there's no other rooms, and you don't have any money for it, then I guess working there does make sense.
Yeah?
Yeah, because if you just let them in and, like, it'd be really nice, but not what you'd expect. So I like how they made it more real. Yeah, because also all the rooms, I think, were full.
Well, what is her first trouble with staying at the Heartwood Hotel in the room that they give her as a maid?
I think, I think it was probably, like, Tilly was being really mean to her.
So there was another maid named Tilly, who was what kind of an animal?
What was she again? A dog? Oh, no, squirrel.
A squirrel. So you have a mouse and a squirrel, 2 little maids sharing a room, and Tilly was not so nice at first. So there's a lot of overcoming relationships, right?
At first, she was, like, not nice through most of the book, but then the rest of the book, she's nice.
Oh, okay. So that's what's called a character arc. So Tilly changes.
Mm-hmm.
She does? And do you end up liking Tilly in the end?
Yes.
Okay. So, Leah, who is your favorite character out of all the characters of the first book?
Besides Mona?
Besides Mona. Is Mona a very likable character? You like her a lot?
Yes.
Okay, so who's your favorite besides Mona?
Siebel.
Siebel?
Yeah, she's Mona. Mona goes somewhere, like, I was actually waiting for this moment because she would see the Siebel, like, somewhere crying, but then she was going to go and see if what was wrong until he says, don't talk to the guests since we're, like, maids or something.
What kind of an animal is Siebel?
A bird.
Oh, a bird.
And so then she had to leave. And then I was waiting for her to return. It took a while. But she did come back to it. And then they see each other. And then, like, you know, she sings a few songs to her. She does. Siebel. Yes.
And
the reason why Siebel doesn't leave is because she has a broken wing.
yeah. another
And she
twist.
becomes like, and she sings song on a stage and stuff later. And she is shy, but she too.
Good. Who is your favorite besides Mona?
I think my favorite out of the first book is probably Mr. Heartwood, because he's always so cheerful and joyful and rhyming, and that's just what I like about him, and that he's a big badger. You'd think, oh, the little mouse and tiny animals would be afraid of him. No, they feel safe around him.
Oh, what a good point. What a good point. So do you girls find that you like the setting? Do you like the Heartwood Hotel and the tree and the whole idea of the story taking place in sort of like that? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about the hotel?
Probably that it has a secret door and it's super protected.
Ooh, what about you?
I like when you, in the book, it shows the place.
Oh, okay. So it kind of shows the rooms.
And then it has a bunch of rooms, and it has like a balconies. Also down here, it doesn't show it, but because it cuts it off, but it has the hibernating areas.
Oh yeah, and each of them has this really cute book. It looks like it's made of wood with a little heart on it.
That's the button you push to get it. But that that
okay.
one has snow because it's winter, and then the others just have different colors.
Oh, okay. This one's that color. So, okay. Awesome. Now we're going to read a couple of reviews. Now overall, this series has 4.5 stars. As far as what age can read it, these girls are 10. Are you still 10?
I'm still 10.
Okay, so these girls are 10.
I read it when I was 9, actually.
Okay, 9 and 10.
No, when I turned 10.
But they loved it, right? So you girls loved it, and you both give it how many stars out of 5?
5.
5 stars out of 5. Now Celia's older sister, Aloria, who is 14, read the first one because she saw how interested Celia was in it. She went through it very fast. Her comment was she loved the writing. She thought the writing itself was very good, and she could see why these girls really liked it. She felt like the plot was too simple for her. So that kind of can tell you about the age range. My son read portions of it, but was not hooked enough to like actually get into it. He's 12. So, and maybe a younger boy because he's really kind of into the Minecraft diary books right now. So that's his thing.
Let's do a video of that.
Yeah, we'll make a video of that. So I want to read you a 1-star review and a 5-star review and get these girls' reactions to that. Okay. We had a late dinner last night because my kids begged me to keep reading this book. If you are looking for a book where you don't have to modify the character's behavior or vocabulary every other page, add this to your list of titles. We started book 2 this morning and are already about halfway through it. I was so pleased to find a book where the main characters weren't being rude to adults or calling everyone stupid or dumb. And the descriptive language made it easy to envision the Heartwood Hotel. I am pre-ordering book 3. So this person loved it. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, I agree.
This person says, actually I'm going to read you a 4-star review too. Very, very sweet. My 8-year-old daughter loved it. Well written, using challenging vocabulary. Teaches valuable lessons on honesty and facing your fears. Honestly, one of the best children's chapter books we've read in a long time. So that was awesome. But we are going to go...
That's a little confusing because if they didn't say anything was wrong with it, so why they give it 4 stars?
Okay,
Maybe
that's fair.
Maybe because it had challenging... Maybe just because it had the challenging vocabulary, which I had no problem reading it.
Okay, no problem. I don't know. Sometimes if it's not someone's like absolutely favorite book of all time, they won't give it a 5. And sometimes people just don't like in their minds, a 5 means perfect. And if there's one little thing not perfect, they'll just give most everything a 4.
That is so cruel. Yeah, that's so evil.
This person says, beautiful artwork, terrible writing. Now don't respond yet. Absolutely beautiful artwork. Nice story, but so boringly worded. I think it could have been written by a middle schooler. I'm amazed at all the 5-star reviews. Do people not recognize good literature anymore? This is not it. I think it's simply a money-making venture for Disney, who published it. What do you think? What's your first reaction?
Mad.
Mad.
I'm shocked because horrible writing. No, that can't be. But I love it. Yeah, the writing is great and cute. How can it be terrible writing?
So here's something that was brought up. That Celia, you brought up before, was that you sometimes didn't know who was talking. So now Lexi, your mom read these to you, and she read it in kind of different voices.
Yeah, like the first time my mom read it to me, but the second time I just read it to myself.
Okay, so when you read it to yourself, did you find that difficult at all to kind of remember, or did you remember who was talking? So it wasn't
I kind of remembered who was talking. It was a little confusing, but I kind of breezed through it.
Okay.
Yeah, for half of the whole book, I had no clue who Tilly was.
She caught on. Maybe I should just read a little excerpt real fast. Tilly gives a tour. Humph. Hiring you without Mrs. Higgins' approval. She won't like that, muttered Tilly after breakfast, as she reluctantly showed Mona around. Who's Mrs. Higgins? Asked Mona, her stomach full of the delicious seed cakes. The storekeeper. I told you that already. She's sick, remember? You have to listen better. There's a lot to learn around here. My mother's always said mice had brains, like Swiss cheese, full of holes. But, started Mona, she had felt happy, but now her stomach sank. She knew that wasn't true. But nothing. Just try to keep up, okay? Oh, this shows a little bit of the angst between Tilly and Mona.
It actually says,
You know, this actually does seem pretty well marked, but for whatever reason, it was confusing to you, huh?
yeah, because usually my mom would read me books and then she does make different voices. Like when you're reading some.
Even British accents. It's
Whoa.
true. And they're bad.
They're really good. Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard them.
Well, you won't hear them now. Well, this author, Callie George, also has a number of other books, actually. If you look on Amazon, she has quite a few. She's starting another series called
Wings of Olympus. What is it?
Wings of Olympus.
Yeah, Wings of Olympus. It's about the Greek gods who are putting on a winged horse race.
Okay, a winged horse race. So, talking about this with my friend, her mother, Brittany, she said that it seems like the book could be for a little bit older of an age, although Lexi is liking it just fine. It might be something my 14-year-old actually would like. But I have not read it to be able to tell, but you might want to keep that in mind. And she, even though it is about kind of Greek gods and things like that, as a Christian family, her mom said that she uses it to discuss the differences between the Greek gods and the one true God of our faith. And so she will use it as an opportunity to ask questions. You know, what are the character traits of these Greek gods? Do they act like they are holy and full of love and grace, or do they have human characteristics? You know, jealous and causing strife and things of that nature. So she's still able to use this as a tool. And she enjoys that series. She also has like a much younger age series called like the I Can Read books she puts out. It's called Duck Duck Dinosaur. She also has another series called the Magic Animal Adoption Agency. Have you read those?
No, we wanted to, but they weren't in the library. But as soon as the library's open, I think they're going to have them.
Hopefully. And maybe,
can I read them? Oh.
Then she also has a series she does about Anne of Green Gables. Okay, so there's one called Kindred Spirits. There's one called If I Couldn't Be Anne. And they look really beautifully illustrated. So I really don't know anything about that series, but that might be fun for someone to read as well. When you're done with the Wings of Olympus series, what will be the next series you want to read?
Don't know. There's so many good books out there.
But by her, do you know which ones? Would you want to do the animal ones or the Anne of Green Gables ones?
I'd probably want to do the Adopt Me one because... Me too. Yeah, because...
You want to do that one too?
Because those are chapter books, but then the other one might be chapter books, but shorter and smaller and stuff. So.
Okay. And how about you? Are you wanting to finish these Heartwood Hotel books before moving on?
Sure.
And are you going to move on with the animal adoption ones as well?
If I do.
If you do read them. So maybe you guys will be able to do another book review on the Magic Animals Adoption Agency. And then you'll be able to say what's your favorite animal. Okay, so real quick, I do want to mention this before we finish up. This is called the Activities for Creative Nourishment. And Lexi, could you tell us what this is?
It's the Heartwood Hotel activity things. You can make your own rooms with the Heartwood Hotel. You can create your own motto. And you can make menus, and you can, what else can you do? Oh yeah, you can sign the guest book at Heartwood.
I keep blocking your face. I apologize. I'll try not to do that. I'll block my own face. Checking all the skills you have if you have to apply at the Heartwood
Like
Hotel.
on her website, she has where you could apply for a guest, and it has human on there. You click on humans, like, sorry, we don't have humans, human rooms.
Design a festival. Make your own Heartwood Hotel library. So anyway, there's a lot of fun things, and it looks like all these printouts were on the author's website. So her website is just KellieGeorge.com, and it's right at the top. It says Magic at Home. Click here, and it's all these printouts. And so if you want it, and if you have a really, hands-on kiddo, especially if you're reading these books aloud, and then you're giving them something to draw, something to do while you're doing that would be a lot of fun. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Celia. Will you guys join me again when you read the other series?
Yes!
All right. Thank you, everybody. If you like this video,
give it a thumbs up.
And subscribe to the channel. Let us know
I did what TikTok Toy does.
in the comments if you've read these books, what part was your favorite, who was your favorite character, and we can let these girls read those, and I think that would be a lot of fun, and I'll let them reply. All right, talk to you later.